Hey guys, it's Jade. So I'm here with a new video. I don't know if I even wanted to like even come on here and even make a video about this because for me, I find it comical. That's just me. So basically, um, Jay from Day6 got himself into a little bit of some drama because he was on a radio show and he made some comments about, you know, spending $300 on the first date and stuff like that. So I'm gonna read to you what exactly he said. So he was with, I guess, the DJ of the show, so Bernard Park. So this is exactly what he said. So it says during the talk, Jay said, "Before you know if she's gonna be worthy of the $300 meal, you need to put that $5 meal first and see what the reaction is." When Bernard joked that if a bad first date could be blamed on Jay, Jay responded, "If that first date doesn't go well, you know she wasn't worthy of the $300. I just saved you $295. When Bernard pointed out she could be worried about health issues, Jay responded, "If it's your first date, she's not worried about your health. That's not what she's worried about." So I don't see what the issue is. I'm just trying to understand what the problem is because according to Nietzsche, they were saying that he was putting a value on women's rights or something like that. I'm like, did they not read what I just read? Maybe I'm slow, but I don't see what the issue is because first of all, like I said, I can only speak for me, but I'm gonna look at you sideways if you're trying to spend $300 on dinner. Because see, for me, I'm not into the fancy stuff. I'm not saying I'm cheap, but I'm basic, but I'm not into the fancy shit. I'm really not. I'm a simple girl. I don't need to be wine and dined and all of that. I'm like, shit. For me, we could just call Uber Eats and chill in the crib and watch motherfucking Netflix. That's, what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to have some extravagant ass date. Like, I mean, and then I'm gonna feel weird that you spent $300 on me. Not saying I'm, putting, I'm like devaluing my worth or whatever, but I just don't feel comfortable with things like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. And I think there's other people out there that ain't really comfortable with, extravagant dinners and extravagant dates and things like that. Sometimes people just want to do simple things. You know what I'm saying? But you do have women that are, that want to be wined and dined and want to be, treated to the finer things in life. That's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But in this case, to like kind of like drag him for what he said, I'm like, I didn't see what he said that was wrong. Maybe that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like sometimes people be reaching, and this is a point where some of y'all is reaching. And people I've talked to have the same opinion, like, we don't get it. We don't get what, and the thing about, and because honestly, I didn't even know what happened. I had to ask because I get on Twitter, and the first thing that popped up was Jay's apology. By what he wrote in that apology, you would have thought he said nigga or something. Like, I'm sitting here like, whoa, 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 what is going on? I'm like, what happened? Because I'm like confused. And so after asking around and I found out what happened, I'm sitting here like, that's it? I'm like, he acting like, people, I mean, you would have thought that he just said that he was just gonna just, just treat a woman like she wasn't nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like that. Like, I mean, because when you think about it, sometimes how some women are, some of you hoes don't fucking deserve a fucking $300 date. Cause some women out there be doing the absolute most. Some of y'all be wanting dudes to do, I'm talking about the superficial ones. Like, you get the superficial chicks that want dudes to pay for everything and, you know what I'm saying, take care of them and things like that. So in some cases, you know what I'm saying, if that was the girl that he went on a date with, she don't deserve it. If she's like superficial and she's all like all fucking bougie and shit, she don't deserve a $300 date. Now, if it's like, a girl that he's really interested in, then that's one thing. But I mean, what he said was right. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm about to spend $300 on you, but would you have that same reaction if we went to go to fucking McDonald's? You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I feel like I said, I agree. I have no disagreement with what he said. Now that's just me. Someone might feel differently about it, but I don't really see the issue with what he said. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, some people don't. Like I said, I personally don't feel comfortable with things like that. I'm not into, extravagant things. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking for me, Jade. That's not the type of shit I'm into. Like, you don't need to take me to this extravagant ass restaurant because one, I can't afford it. Two, I don't even eat what half is on the one. I don't even know what's on the menu. Two, I probably don't even eat half the shit that's on the menu. I'm a picky eater, so you damn sure can't take my black ass to no fancy ass restaurant because I'm not gonna eat it because I don't know. I don't eat. There's a lot of things I don't eat. It's funny because me and Alex had this discussion a couple weeks ago how I don't really eat a lot of things because I'm pretty picky. So that wouldn't even fit a date for me. Now I will say McDonald's isn't the ideal date for a first date, but at the same time it's all at the same time who you're with, because the chick you might be with, she might be down for some fucking McDonald's. So she might be down for some Chipotle. I don't fucking know. It depends on who we're talking to. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say it's all women because all women ain't alike. You know what I'm saying? Not all women want to be wine and dine, and not all women want to have simple things. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on who you're talking to. But me personally, I don't see anything wrong with what he said. So I'm not surprised he apologized. I mean, because some people like I said, just because I'm not offended about what he said does not mean others isn't. So if you were offended by what he said, then hey, you were offended, and he apologized for it. I know people was like, oh, he shouldn't apologize. I'm like, well, I think the majority weren't angry about what he said, but there are a small percentage of people that were offended. So it's like, hey, he apologized for it. So I mean, it's whatever. For me, like I said, I didn't see the issue with his comment. I feel like what he said definitely has some truth to it, but that's just me. In some cases, I do feel, like I said earlier, I do feel that sometimes people tend to reach a bit about, what people get upset about. You know what I'm saying? I just a tad. But like I said, that's just my opinion about this whole situation. Yeah, but cause I think from what I heard that I think JYP had kind of postponed. I think Day6 was supposed to have a V Live or something like that. So they're probably gonna postpone it. But I mean, honestly, I don't think it's anything that's gonna be major damage to the group or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? He said what he said. He apologized for it. We're just going to have to just move on from there. And, that's pretty much it. But, again, I wasn't offended by his comments. But that's just me. But, yeah, so that's it. That's all I have to say about it. So, I'm going to get out of here. And I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye.